Right, Brexit. Fucking, where do we start with this now? So, the Supreme Court has ruled the prorogation. It's one of them words that makes you sound drunk. Prorogation of Parliament is unlawful.
Yes. And they've erased it. They've memory hold it.
Now, the Remain guys are really happy about this because, number one, it got them to give an excuse to stop the Labour conference, which was fucking a travesty. The anti-Semitic stuff coming out of there was fucking unreal. It was on point for anti-Semitism. It just wasn't going well.
Dude, did you see the Jewish guy that got up? And there was like low boos. Because he was speaking out against him. He's like, I don't feel welcome. And they were all just like...
And when they were talking about oppressive regimes, everyone was screaming when they mentioned Israel.
Yeah.
Not Russia, not China. Not any of the others, just Israel. It was just really creepy. So they got an excuse to stop that before Tom Watson could get up following the attempted coup on his position. And the Remainers are very happy because they think this is a win because it's unlawful. However, I'm not convinced that this is going to be a win for anybody because what can happen now? They can have a vote of no confidence in the government.
Yeah, we're back where we were. We're back where we were completely.
Which means a general election. Now, sorry, moustache hair in my mouth. I hope it was a moustache hair. Threw me that. Labour's making noises about a general election, but not too much noise because they've got a very good idea that if they go for a general election right now, what they'll be faced with is a Tory/Brexit party coalition. With a majority. So. Now, if people don't like having the Tories in power, and I fully understand that, you are really, really going to fucking hate a Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage tag team of hate with Mog in their corner as their fucking corner man. Okay? You're not going to believe how bad shit can get then.
Imagine 5 years of Prime Minister's questions with Boris, and over each shoulder there's just Farage and Mog.
Oh,
5 years.
You know, so I don't see how this going, because Keir Starmer said the only way we'll go for it is if there's a caretaker anti-Brexit parliament. Then Sadiq Khan, the mayor of Stab City, came out and said, I will fight for another referendum and to stop Brexit. So he wants another people's referendum and he's going to stop Brexit, which is quite clear language for we don't really give a fuck what you want. One Labour MP, I can't remember who it was because I tweeted them, it came out, we're overwhelmingly in favour of cancelling Article 50. I'm like, are your voters overwhelmingly in favour? And someone responded to me with, yes, 80% of them. I said, please show me you're working out. Please show me you're working out because I would love to see that. So I don't see that we're anywhere in a good place because what Boris Johnson can do now is kick this back to the Attorney General and say, well, he said it was legal.
Yeah, well, he already has. Have you seen those? Have you seen the email that's leaked? Mm-hmm. What's his name? Cox, isn't it? Jeffrey Cox.
Bollocks Cox.
Yeah, an email has leaked that was sent September 11th that specifically said the prorogation was completely legal, completely within his powers to do, and anyone that opposed it was doing it specifically for political reasons.
Well, then you look at the judges in the Supreme Court and their position on Remain. And the whole thing stinks. Now, someone told me today, I used to speak to him a lot, get on really well, but he's an ardent Remainer. Doesn't live in this country anymore. Lives on the other side of the world in paradise, running a tremendous boat charter company called Calico Jack. They got, old-fashioned sort of sailboat things. It's awesome. And he's like, well, the sensible thing to do would be to just cancel Article 50 and get settled again and then look at it again. I'm like, are you fucking mental?
As if it would ever happen again.
That's your fucking solution. Disenfranchise millions upon millions of people and then promise something that will never happen. And he's like, well, it'll all settle down, wouldn't it? Will it? I think we've sowed seeds of division that are going to take generations to sort out. You've got Owen Jones now. Owen fucking Jones. I only saw this because I was logged into the Trigger Warning Twitter account. As you know, he's blocked me on my Hayden Hewitt account. I can't see what he says, and I won't usually go looking. He's come out that this divisive nonsense has got to stop. We need to find a middle ground and work through it. I'm like, what the fuck? But I know what it is. He's not stupid, Owen Jones. He's far from stupid.
Yeah.
And he's seen it in the future. Where he is not the place to be.
He knows.
He's been one of the most divisive figures in this whole thing. But all of a sudden, he's Peacemaker General. Please, blow me.
He knows that Labour's support is in the city centres, select city centres. And they'll come out and they'll protest and they'll make a lot of noise and they'll make him feel like a little gay Jesus as they're all shouting back and waving at him and everything. But he knows the writings on the wall in terms of Labour's support. They don't have the support. No. They don't have the actual working class people. It's the same way as in America now. The unions are coming out officially supporting Trump. Because the Democrats are going so far left, they're just going so off the belt. It's very, very similar situation. The unions who are registered Democrats there have actually come out saying, no, we're backing Trump 2020. And it's the same thing that's happening, man. You know, Trump and Brexit, it's two different things because it's a leader and a sort of a decision of a country. But there's a lot of parallels in terms of that rebelling, you know, that the sort of fucking elites on both sides, isn't it? Really, very much so. And a buttload of working class people who don't know where the fuck to put their vote. You know, not that anyone ever really gave a shit about. And we were talking about this earlier night. Oh, it doesn't matter who you vote for. You might as well not vote. It's like, yeah, that is true, but things do make a difference also. You know, if you want to be super grand narrative about it, then yeah, maybe. But of course it makes a difference, you know? Of course it does. Especially in terms of removing your freedoms.
I just don't know who to vote for anymore. Because I say it's the age-old problem, isn't it? You know, lifelong Labour voter. Rightly or wrongly, didn't vote in the last general election because I just couldn't bring myself to. And then I had a lot of people saying, well, you've got no right to moon. Yes, I have got every right to say anything I fucking well please, dickhead, and I intend to at every available opportunity, whether I vote or not. But this time, who can I vote for? The Lib Dems are just Tories in disguise. The Tories, I can't vote Tory. I can't vote Brexit, but I can't vote for Nigel Farage, for fuck's sake. I can't vote Labour because they're not the party of the working man anymore. Who do I vote for? You know.
Oh. Did you see that? There's a Lib Dem that lives near me, Daisy something, and she shared an amazing picture from the party conference where when they left for the day, there was a shitload of trash. You know, like coffee cups that can't be recycled, and all this shit just lying. Like everyone had all just gone right under the tables, and it really said something to me there that they spend all day patting each other on the backs at the conference, congratulating each other for how they're there for the working man and the lowest and for the many and all that. And it's like, but you don't have the basic respect for the people who clean the place just to take your shit out with you and put it in a bin on the way out. You don't have that level of respect. You know, there's what you say and then there's what you do. They don't give a fuck.
It's when they call each other comrade as well. Jesus Christ, I can't deal with that. Someone just said in chat, you know, was it Lee? You don't like Johnson, you don't like Corbyn, then who, Hayden? I've just explained that, but maybe it was a bit behind.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
Boris wants to carry out the result of the referendum. Yeah, I kind of think that maybe you're right. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think at the moment, just for.
But if I vote Tory on that one issue,
yeah,
we have to have everything that the Tories bring.
But here's the thing, though, man. You don't live in a swing area for Tories, so you've got a whole different perspective. Like if you lived out wherever, you know, if you lived in York or something like that, and you are looking at, you know, a lot of York is like swing, Lib Dem, you know, out there, Lib Dem or Tories. So if you were there, you'd have a whole different perspective.
Where I am, it's just Labour. It's never going to change, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, Lib Dem's creeping a bit around the edges here and there, but generally, you get Tories in Trafford for some reason, or you used to anyway. That's kind of died out now. But but that's the thing. You've got to think, if you're there, if you're living in somewhere else, and you've got the choice between the Lib Dems and the Tories, there's no fucking way. You're either going for no Brexit or Brexit and all that other stuff. Well,
yeah,
you know,
I was just talking about me personally.
Yeah. You know, no, I understand.
Anyone else should vote exactly how they think they should vote. So we're not one of those shows that'll tell you what to do, where that's going to. You do whatever you think's fucking right. You cast your vote for whoever you believe is going to carry out what you want. That's it. Just, do it.